I'm familiar with Mr. Anderson and Killer Ghost and the way they play, so I'm expecting these guys to be a pretty solid threat tonight. And they are up in the standings technically, but it all gets started on this fortress hard point here, and Mr. Chitty gets us off with a first blood, but New York's going to be able to get into the hill right away, and they're going to start getting a little bit of time. They don't have the spawns, so they're going to be having to claw for that quite a bit here as Chitty tries to hold the line, and he finds one, snaps on the kill, and not able to get it done though. And they're going to go ahead and start splitting this off. 30 seconds on the board, Top Life, and it's already scrappy.
Yeah, but New York SubPar taking advantage of this early P1, trying to rotate to this P2, trying to get control of those spawns. And it looks like I think they may know that they do not have those spawns yet. But man, there's some big kills going down on the board. Chitty Poo trying to get into the action, but he knows it's probably good for him just to rotate as his team is on this rotation. 30 to 5 is the score line. LA Dweebs has control of this P2.
Yeah, and they're making really good use of their kills right now, just kind of pushing back the New York subpar. We're going to have to try and break in through the building side here. You got Dev leading the line, puts in some nice shots, able to find one, but he gets traded out by Control, who was almost on a streak there a second ago. I think I saw 4-0 from him. So dude has been starting off hot, and LA Dweebs are just getting a lot of time here. They're going to be able to tie it up and maybe then some, unless Mr. Anderson can get something done. He does not. He gets taken out. Trauma finds one with a knife. So now the flip spawns are in. There's 20 seconds left on this hill, but P3 is way more important.
Yeah, man, big battle for the scrap time. Happened to be won by the New York subpar, but if you're LA Dweebs, you know that this next P3 is a money hill, so you can give it that scrap time, and you're going to be ready for all the onslaught that New York subpar is trying to bring. As Killer Ghost is coming through top maps, he gets met up by, no, he does not get met. His nade actually is a good, no, he does get met up by that nade. The New York subpar trying to come in from this back line, but look at the defensive hold by the LA Dweebs. They're just doing everything they can. Kill feet lighting up all red as they're just lighting up these New York subpar, not letting them get close to this hill. Killer goes first man up, but he just ran right into the gunfire of Control. For Control gets taken down by DevX, but his buddy K-Jet is there for the trade. LA Dweebs up big in this money hill, up 62 to 48. New York subpar still trying to fight it from the front.
Yeah, they're coming in through the front and just getting absolutely cut down. I mean, this kill feed has just been entirely red for this for 40 seconds basically. And now the subpar are just opting to go ahead and rotate out. You know, you just got to give them the full 60 at that point. I think they were maybe able to contest for like 2 seconds. So 58 out of 60 is not too bad. New York is on the rotation though, and Mr. Control looking to play spoiler. Dude is 11-3 right now as he's going to try and sneak in through the back. If he can find 1, maybe 2 kills here, the Dweebs can try to chain this, but he gets immediately taken out by Brendan. So now it's a 3v4 on the hill. Chitty's able to find one. He gets traded out immediately as Dev finds one onto K-Jet. So New York subpar are looking to maybe get some of this lead back right here.
Oh, they need a big kill here, and this is where it starts. Killing Ghost, Mr. Anderson. 2 big kills. Chitty Poo trying to come in, but he instantly gets traded out. K-Jet from the top gets taken out by ASAP Brennan. 2 big kills, looking for a third. He gets that 3rd kill. He's going for the back because he knows players coming from the back. Control. ASAP Brendan is on his way. The New York subpar hold the rest of the scrap time. They can find themselves right back in this game. K-Jet said, let me get one more look at this, but Killing Ghost said no, not today. Rotate, please. New York subpar look like they're there first on the rotation, but the spawns look like they may be favoring the LA Dweebs.
Yeah, the Dweebs were able to sneak in back there for a second, but number 2 does get taken down, so now New York is going to have that close spawn there. And it's not the worst thing in the world if you're the Dweebs. You just got to try to get a break here as they pretty much gave up a full 60 right after they got one of their own. So it's still a tie ball game, and these guys, I mean, they're playing insane right now. ASAP Brennan was chowing everything a second ago, and he's looking to continue that, but he gets taken out. Mr. Anderson is able to find the trade as Dev's holding the front line here, and it's been pretty much New York.
Yeah, man. New York gave up that money hill, but the next two hills have been all New York subpar as they're stretching out their lead, getting the kills they need to get. But the kill feed did just light up blue, red, and yellow, and nobody is currently on this hill before Trauma said, "Let me get my taste before he gets taken down." Spawns have flipped in the favor of LA Dweebs. They got to get rotating. Player 8, he's already on his rotation, Mr. Anderson on this P1. So P1 jumps off 113-106. New York subpar have the lead.
They've got the lead and they were able to chain this hill together. There's great rotations from them to not get stuck back there in P3. So now it is up to the LA Dweebs to try and maybe scramble around and get some map position, but that's a big win out of Trauma, able to take out that player in the back line. K-Jet finds the one off the hill. This is looking like a break for the LA Dweebs. They're going to try to get in here as K-Jet finds another one, and they can actually maybe start to snake these spawns. They can prioritize them a little bit here, but it is Control and Chitty Poo able to lock it down with some nice headshots, and Control finds another one, so that's 3 dead. Looking like the Dweebs are working on a flip here.
Yeah, man. You know, this is where it all started for them last time on the first set of rotations. They had a good P1, try to get it over to P2, and it's looking like that's what they're trying to do here. Finding Chitty Poo, finds Killer Ghost, getting them off this hill. Both teams looking like they're getting ready to try to get this rotation. ASAP Brennan saying, "Here's my turn. Let me go this hill." But Chitty Poo, he is 2 turned up right now, currently on a 3 streak, holding down this P2 as it pops off. 139 to 136 is the scoreline in the favor of LA Dweebs, and they have full control of the hill, teamwork.
They've got full control, and man, this has just been back and forth, back and forth. But Mr. Anderson is looking to be a thorn in the side of the LA Dweebs here. He's waiting for his team to rally up a bit. He's in the back line, not able to get the kill onto Trauma, though. Trauma finds a 2-piece. Didn't quite see the third guy, but he gets traded out. And oh my god! Control snapping onto Dev. They're able to convert that into a full 60 once again as the New York subpar are starting to rotate across, but K-Jet's able to find 2, and you've got the number 4 player in Trauma looking to hold the line here. If he can play his life, this could be huge for his team to try and convert this P3, but he gets immediately taken out. So now the New York subpar are maybe going to try to flip the script a little bit and get a full 60 here on this P3.
Yeah, man, you see what happened to them last time. They did not want that to happen to them again, so they got on this rotation early, and they are here for the opening 10 seconds of this time. You got Devbacks. He's just looking what side are they going to come in. They come in open, and then they come through close. They came in through close. Take him out. Control
Oh, the streak.
there, and then Trauma drops the streak, but Mr. Anderson and ASAP Brandy Gunnies are there on the hill to keep their team on this hill. Trauma, he gets taken down by Mr. Anderson, and this is to be a big hill for the New York subpar. They can find themselves right back in this game if they can keep holding off these LA Dweeb players, T-Morg, and they're doing a great job of it so far.
Man, this has just been a match of trading like 50 seconds plus on each hill. I mean, these guys are playing absolutely insane right now. The setups have been great, but you got the LA Dweebs flipping around towards that P4 side. So now New York is going to get out of the infamous Fortress spawn trap as they're getting pinned back in that back fountain area. But oh, a couple spawns did come through towards the gallows side. I think Control was able to spot one there, so they're going to know that they're coming, and they're able to convert those kills as well. So now it's K-Jet and the boys trying to lock down this hill, and they are above the 200-point mark. So now this is getting a little dicey if you're a New York subpar fan.
New York subpar, you gotta get there. You gotta start getting these LA Dweeb players off the hill because they are inching closer to that 250-point mark, and that will be game over once they get there. They got all the doors closed, waiting for these New York subpar players to try to come in from either door. They are going to be ready for all the battles that come down. Now it's 14 seconds to go on this hill. New York subpar are still sitting 2 guys. Killer Ghost with 2 before he finally gets taken down. Mr. Anderson finds 1, but he gets traded out. And I mean, no, Mr. Anderson is actually still up, but he's on the rotation to this next hill. Next hill pops off in New York subpar, and T-Morg, New York subpar really need to get a big hold here.
Yeah, this is pretty much do or die here, and P4 isn't the Exactly, known for being a money hill, especially when you go 3 down just like that. Chitty Poo comes in through the backside. He's able to take out Dev, and now New York Subpar have got to get on their horse. There's only 5 seconds left, 2:46 to go, and the LA Dweebs are finding all the kills. There's no player close, and the Dweebs win a very, very scrappy hardpoint.
Yeah, man, 250 to 190. That hard point went back and forth, but when it came down to those last couple of hills, LA Dweebs just turned it on. Kept
Absolutely cracked on that first Fortress hardpoint here, but we're kicking it off on the defensive side with Mr. ASAP Brendan. He's going to be able to lead the charge towards low middle here, and it's looking like the Dweebs are going to opt for an A hit. This is what we were talking about. I mean, these guys are just running straight down mid. His control is going to pop a couple shots onto that number 6 player there, but he's not able to get any damage done. And right now, these teams are just filling each other out.
ooh, they said Brandon got a little aggressive. That led Deathx to get their first blood onto control. Now LA Dweebs a man down, trying to get to this A building, but it's like New York Subpar have this building like down. They do the
Ooh.
jump in, but ASAP Brandon ends up with the two piece that leaves KJet last man alive. He finally gets taken down. New York Subpar taking the opening round, search and destroy.
It seemed like nothing was going on in that round until it was. And oh, look, we had a sneaky sniper on the map here, Mr. Anderson,
Oh,
finding the final kill. He's got the boomstick out, going to be letting that sing. And that brings up a good point. Let's see if the LA Dweebs are going to be bringing a sniper of their own on defense here and maybe trying to work something out with that thing. But as we flip sides here, New York Subpar able to win a big round off of the back of ASAP Brendan. So let's see if they can convert that to anything here. Because they're going to opt for the same strat and just run right into A.
yeah, man. But Mr. Anderson just felt that flashbang that concussion that just hit him. Control gets the first blood on the ASAP Brandon. That's a big first blood. And New York, LA Dweebs have control of this A side. So New York Subpar, they're sitting outside, looking like they're in this game room, maybe outside in that back building, just trying to figure out what they're going to do. But they got to figure out quicker. Control. He finds another one on to Mr. Anderson. Now it's a 2v4 disadvantage for these New York Subpar. Killer Ghost Pop Daddy. He's in there. He's
Whoa!
on the bomb side, but he did not see Trauma laying right there on the bomb, which is spot. I wouldn't expect the player to be. But LA Dweebs tied this up 1-1.
Man, you got to think Mr. Anderson just lost full. Or was that killer that just ran in there? He saw that dude laying right behind the bomb. That's a pretty good strat, and it pays off for him. He's able to find one. KJet finds the last. That's a good way to fire back in this round, and it's so far it's been pretty much what I expected, where these teams are just challenging each other and just trying to make things happen.
Yeah, let's see what team can break the offensive streak and get them an offensive win. Because right now it's been two straight defensive rounds. But here we go. LA Dweebs making their way towards this A site. Trauma. He is your bomb carrier. The door has opened up for him. He is inside. Look like the bomb may like it could be going down.
No,
ASAP Brennan does get the first blood. Killer Ghost gets the second. That bomb is in that A building. Trauma may like he's going to plant. Yeah, he's going for the plant now. So now it's going to be a tough task for him and Control to keep back off of these New York support as Killer Ghost takes it down. Control is just up to Trauma in there. DevX has spotted him. There goes the flashbang. There goes the child. And New York Subpar will take this defensive win.
man, if you're trauma, that's just a tough situation to be in. You're just pinned in the bomb site, and you could just see the arrows of the New York subpar just slowly surrounding every door and window. Like he would have had to do something insane to be able to pull that round off. But that's just great teamwork out of the New York subpar, able to find the first 2 kills and just snap down onto the LA Dweebs.
Yeah, man. It's 2-1 in the favor of the New York Subpar. LA Dweebs, New York Subpar and LA Dweebs, they've been trading these defenses back and forth. LA Dweebs can, get a little advantage right here if they can win this offense. But right now, it's all defensive heavy. So these teams are making their way up to his A side. Killer Ghost may have mistakenly threw that trophy a little too early, got hit by the door. But nonetheless, his team is making his way to A side.
Ooh.
ASAP Brandon takes down K Jet. And this is a big start for the New York SubPar to get the man advantage and to try to take control of his round.
Yeah, they're in a pretty good position right now. They're just trying to camp out and find any other players in this building. The stun goes through. Seems like they know Trauma's in there. They're throwing some rocks at him. Trauma's gonna bust the door, and he's definitely spotted by Kill a Ghost. Oh, and Shitty Poo actually able to find a kill onto Dev in the backside. So now it is a 3v3 situation. And New York is kind of just boxed in at the moment. They gotta make something happen. There's only 30 seconds on the board, and Trauma is still lurking in the
Oh,
upside. He just absolutely poops on Kill a Ghost, takes him out of the game. But ASAP is good for the trade, and he's gonna start getting that plant down. 20 seconds left, and I think Chitty Poo probably knows there's two people in that bomb site, as he's gonna be able to find one. He gets
oh.
taken out by Mr. Anderson, and that is all she wrote. New York SubPar able to win an attacking round. They go up 3-1.
Yeah, big round right there by New York so far. Chitty Poo just picked the wrong corner. I think he thought he was close lockers right behind that door. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, man, New York subpar get that breathing room to go up 3-1 in this search and destroy. If they can just do what they've been doing, keep winning these defenses, they can coast to a victory. But now it's all pressure on these LA Dweebs.
Yeah, Dweebs have got to answer back here in a big way. And nobody's going towards B just yet. They're carrying the bomb site, or the bomb, sorry, to the A site. And they're going to try to work something in here. It's a pretty traditional hit, as they're going to try to bait out a couple of these players and get in there quick. Trauma gets spotted, gets tatted up a little bit. He knows there's at least one player nearby. And he's got his crew with him, and they're going to start to suss out the situation. And this looks like the same round we just saw, but maybe just a little bit different. There's not a whole lot of time left, and they're going to have to try and figure out something here. But Dev finds one onto control. It's a big first blood. Makes it that much harder to try and take this bomb site here. And Brendan's always good for one. He finds Trauma, but it gets traded out. And now it is a 3v2 situation. Mr. Anderson's got the boomstick, and they're going to have to try and defend this A bomb site.
Yeah, man, he's got to try to defend get the bomb. Well, now he's got to try to get it. Because the bomb just went down on A, so now it's up to Chitty Poo and K-Chat to defend off these three players from the New York subpar. Killer Ghost
Uh-oh.
always gonna run right into K-Jet. If he busts through this door, he busts right in.
Ooh.
K-Jet is down. Now it's just one player Trauma. He's there. He finds
Oh.
one. Can he find another one? He cannot find Killer Ghost. Killer Ghost last one there for the defuse. New York subpart now in control to destroy up 4-1.
4-1, and New York is just looking really good right now. They took that little bit of momentum that they had, and they're running with it. They've been able to find first bloods in the last 3 rounds, I think, and they're just making really good use of that. And you can see the team play here. They were able to put that player a little weak, and maybe Chitty could have pulled that off, but just didn't check the right corner there once again, and Kill a Ghost able to take the round. So like you said a second ago, it is definitely up to the LA Dweebs right now to try to get something going. They've fallen flat the last 3 rounds, so they're gonna have to hit a little regain here and maybe a B hit.
In New York subpar, they said if it's not broke, I don't think we're gonna fix it. But yeah, you are right. They are going for this B side. But K-Jet, he finds DevX, Mr. Anderson challenge with the pistol, nade, flash, tacticals, all being thrown at K-Jet. But K-Jet backs up with his life. Trauma barely watching over. He sees Mr. Anderson's there. That Mr. Anderson is still challenged with that vast net on this there
Ooh.
hoodie. On this there hoodie. I think he's gonna let ASAP Brandon get a little bit closer. That is also allowing Trauma to make his way up to the side. And he does take down Mr. Anderson before Brendan gets that trade. Brendan, the last man alive on his team. I think they know exactly where he's at. He's gonna probably make his way back to the A side, but if he does, he's gonna run right into the gunfire of these LA Dweeb
Mhm.
players. And LA Dweebs take the round to go up to get on the board 2-4.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly what they needed. They needed a defensive win there pretty badly, and they were able to get it off the variation play that New York went for. Sorry. So you got to think maybe they're just gonna chalk up that B bomb site. There's nothing good over there. We'll just keep going to A. It seems like that's been our bread and butter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like you said, it they might switch up that strat there, but now LA Dweebs have got to be able to get this bomb down and try to take another round here because you definitely don't want to go down 5-2.
5-2 is not what you want to be down, and they're going to try to get to this A side. Dev
Oh,
X with a nice nade to take out Chitty Poo. So this is already starting off bad for the LA Dweebs. They're stuck back in this game room, and Killer Ghost
ooh,
finds another one onto control. Trauma, K-Jet, last two alive, and the pressure is being put on by these New York subpar as they're well pushed out past the 50-yard line, almost to the 25-yard line of the opponent's side. And they're just waiting for these LA Dweeb players to be aggressive, try to make a move.
mm,
Dev X has been found by Trauma. KJ is here. Oh,
oh,
Dev X. I think he got the ace that round. Maeve just
he
got
did.
3. But 5-2, Dev X. Give that man the ace.
There you go. DevX able to get some big first bloods and finds at least the last two. I really don't know if he got the other one as well. I don't remember. But here we are, the 5-2 situation for the LA Dweebs. They've got to try to turn this around and play some perfect search and destroy if they want to take this map here and go up 2-0 in the series. But New York is just looking really good on this LSELO, and especially on defensive side. I mean, they just are an iron wall. But here on attack, they're going right back to the tried and true. Going to start hitting A here as they're able to spot out Chitty Poo. They do a whole lot of damage to him, so they know he is here in that keg area, and it's going to be Killa with the bomb. First man up on his team. They're going to just try to wait out the Dweebs a little bit, but Trauma is just getting some really good form there on the bomb site. And that's K-Jet with the first blood.
Big first blood by K Jet. Trauma trying to get the
Ooh.
second, but ASAP instantly gets that trade back for his team. Chitty Poo has spotted the New York subpar, but this New York subpar does barely get out with his life. Now the child for ASAP Bennett, Chitty Poo. He's out there. Killer Ghost going for the known child. That's what they like to do, the jump out trade. That's what New York does really good. They like to do the bait and trade really good. But
Yeah.
K Jet takes out Killer Ghost to give his team the three to
Whoa.
two advantage. Big battle going down between Chitty Poo and I think that was ASAP Brandon, but ASAP Brandon does make it out. Now the clock is down to 15 seconds. ASAP Brandon finally decides, let me put this bomb down on A and let's make A LA Dreams come to us.
And
Oh,
it doesn't quite work out for him. Chitty Poo immediately finds him off the chow. Looks like they're going to wait for Dead Silence to wind up a little bit here. But that's a round that LA Dweebs really needed to win. And they were able to pull it off. And now they got a little bit of advantage here. They're going to have their Dead Silence for this next round, or at least Chitty Poo is. Looked like he was pretty close. I don't know if Control's going to be able to get there. And they're going to start diffusing here shortly. And I mean, Top Life, that's a good start.
yeah, man. You get to the 3 to 5 advantage where you got you got the COD working for you when you get to 3-5. So if you can get another round here, this would be big for you, LA. Do you start getting that momentum? You start feeling like the 3-5 curse is actually going to work in your favor, but it's going to have to take a round right here to where it's going to be, win. They got to win the next 3 rounds. New York subpar just got to win one. They know that they got it ended here. Defense has been New York's strong suit, so you think that they would try to end it here, right here, teamwork.
They're going to try to, but Mr. Anderson is on the hill with a sniper. He's able to find Chitty Poo. He takes a couple shots before just absolutely knocking the air out of himself, diving off that mountain. And there's
No.
another one onto K-Jet. And the defense of the New York subpar is looking very strong right now as Trauma is the only one even close to the B bomb site. Control is back in the spawn area. Maybe he can find a couple kills here, but it is only Trauma. And I think the New York subpar are aware that they're missing a couple players. Maybe Mr. Anderson knows, but look at this route out of control. He's spinning up that dead silence. He's going to start working around. He may be able to find one or two players here, give Trauma a little bit of breathing room, but right now he's just stuck, and Control's able to find one onto Dev X. You can see the rotation from Mr. Anderson coming through. So now the bomb is going down on the B bomb site, 40 seconds on the board in a 2v3 situation for the Dweebs, and it's do or die.
Man, this is a big play right here. Oh my, control with the random explosion, car explosion onto Mr. Anderson to make this a 2v2.
Oh
Control
no!
finds ASAP Brandon. Killer Ghost, last man alive. He does take down Control. It's him versus Trauma. Trauma is right outside the building. I know he heard that door. Killer Ghost, he's a smart player. He's going for the chow. Killer Ghost,
Oh
OG COD
no!
Rec League OG, goes for the chow, wins the game. New York SubPar tie this series up 1-1.
My God, Killa with the ice, able to stop the bleeding on that round. That was looking really grim for the New York subpar
Here
there for
live at the COD Rec League for this Silver Premade North playoff action between the New York SubPar and the LA Dweebs. Series is tied 1-1. So this map is the swing map. This map is going to let a team take control of this series. So here's LA Dweebs on this defensive side, defending off this A side, while New York has 2 players, now 3 players, word to Jim, stacking that B side.
that is going up so fast too. There's only two, there's three players on, and they've already given up 2 ticks at B before they could even cross the map. Control's able to find a couple, and Chitty finds one, and Trauma turns on ASAP. They're able to shut that push down, but the New York subpar are spawning close to A, so they got to transition their defense once again, and the Dweebs are ready for it, or at least Chitty is. So he's on a 4 streak right now. He finds 2 to start him off, and he knows DevX is in that top building, so he's going to be looking for another one there. And now Dev is leading the charge on the front line, and they're going to be able to find Trauma as well. And New York are just forced to bounce between the objectives right now.
Yeah, man, they're trying to do all they can because Chitty is just playing super aggressive in that bottom building, just forcing them all out to that B side. But I think he may have just got too aggressive and let New York get a blessing to get a player, Mr. Anderson, to that A side. Kill the Dev X on the B side. So they got a split push. Both times are going up. This B side may get taken out, but no, just barely. LA Dweebs make it in the nick of time to get there. Time is running down, 22 seconds on the clock. New York subpar, they got to get to objective, and they got to get to
Ooh.
objective right now. Big kill by Trauma on the ASAP Brandon to slow down the LA Dudes, but now he has to back up. They Killer Ghost knows he's here, but Trauma just perfect, got some perfect time to get around that corner. New York subpar look like they're sending all their forces to this B side. If they do not get here, this could
Oh,
be GG's, and they do get 2 players, now a third. There's the second player, and B side should be secured. It is secured. Add another minute to the clock. 9-17 are the lives. Can New York get this A side teamwork?
it only takes one wave, but they don't have any
Oh,
ticks here. ASAP shuts
oh,
down 2 players of the New York subpar. So there's your opener as all those yellow arrows start to funnel in. But Control and K-Jet just immediately shut that down. And there's another one for Control with a nade. So that is not good for the side of New York subpar. It's Mr. Anderson all by himself on the point. I thought maybe Control would have spotted him there, but he didn't quite find him as Mr. Anderson actually finds one on the hill. He gets traded out by, looks like some team shots maybe from K-Jet and Trauma there. And they're just going to shut that push down right away. You only got 3 lives left for New York. Playing a little bit of search and destroy now. Make that 2. Only 2 players on the board are Dev and ASAP Brendan. So they're going to need a miracle here to try and get this round.
yeah, Dad finds one,
It
2
was a
to
big one.
13. It's going to be big. Oh, he
Oh,
made the play, but Chitty Poo had his bag. Now it's up to ASAP Brendan. He's by himself. He's got to get to the zero. He's only got 12 seconds left. It's going to be a full fluff LA players on this A side. Maybe he's just looking to just give it up, just say, okay, that's it. I'm just not going to feed him no more kills, but they go find him. LA Dweebs take that opening round defense on control.
And that just seemed like they had a really good idea of what they needed to do there to just kind of spread that attacking team out. I mean, New York was just bouncing back and forth. They eventually got the B point, but it was a buzzer beater. I think there was like less than 4 seconds on the clock whenever they finally got in there, were able to cap it. And now they got to try to convert here on defense. And the New York subpar have a lot of work to do because they only got 3 ticks over on their attacking side. So now the LA Dweebs are going to be looking to turn that around a little bit as Control is able to find the opening kill. He's on a 5 streak currently, and
Oh,
Trauma with some nice drop shots to take out Brendan. Mr. Control going to be able to touch the point a little bit here. Him and Trauma going to start locking down A. That looks like a tick on the board for them. And if Control can get 1 kill here, he could get that streak, which can be really useful in capping that B point. And they're getting great progress on A right now. Mr. Anderson's really the only one close. Dev jumps in. He gets taken out. And now it is Mr. Anderson to try and play spoiler here, and he does. I don't believe Control got his streak there. Got taken out on 5. You hate to see it. But progress is being made towards the B side. In come the New York subpar, going to play some lives, trade them out, and they're going to be able to wipe that away and try to just keep pushing these guys back off the A objective. The Dweebs able to get in there. Trauma is in like Flynn, currently able to lock it down, and he gets a big chow out of ASAP Brendan, and Trauma walks away with the kill. Chitty's there for the trade, and that's the A point locked away, and they're getting progress on B.
yeah, they only got 1 segment to go on this B side. K Jet, he's still on this point, still alive, still just throwing all his tacticals, everything he
Uh-oh.
has to try to keep New York subpar back. This could be a big win for LA dudes. They do not hustle to get to this point. They're finally there, but it's not enough time. LA Dweebs take the second round offense, and New York subpar now on this back foot have to be absolutely perfect to take this control.
They go up 2-0 in a pretty great fashion there. They're up in ticks as well. But now New York, it's looking a little grim for you. You're going to have to do everything you can to reverse sweep this control here. And I almost said something at the beginning of the last round, but now I feel like I need to say it. Mr. Kill a Ghost used all his ice in that last search and destroy. He is 1-12 at the moment. And you hate to see it. You got to think he might try to turn it around here and give his team the tools they need to lead on. But Dev's able to find the first blood. So that's looking pretty good. Mr. Anderson finds a trade, and him and Dev are going to try to push towards this A side. They spotted 1 player in that top window. And they're going to opt to try and play some kills a little bit before hopping on the hill. As Killa is able to find 1 onto Trauma. K-Jet gets traded out by Mr. Dev. And now the New York subpar are in the A objective. There's not a whole lot of Dweebs nearby, kind of spread out at the moment, and New York is kind of in the driver's seat.
Yeah, New York doing a great job to try to get this A site from the LA Dweebs, but the LA Dweebs, man, they've been in LA, they've been suffering from this heat wave, and that hotness is just rubbing off against them while they're in this control round, as they're just having their way
Ooh.
against the New York subpar. But now, as I start giving LA Dweebs some props, the New York subpar are starting to pick up their game. 19-23 are the lives. They got 1 player on this B side. They're trying to win this round, trying to get players anywhere they can. But KJ, he's in this top building, just chopping, just taking down these LA Blue players. He's going for this shot on ASAP Brandon, but do
Unfortunate.
not chase ASAP Brandon because he is a very crafty player. Look at that
Ooh.
second kill that ASAP got, and that could be a big opener for the New York subpar, as looking like they're going to get 2 players on his A side, maybe a player on his B side. Oh, those random explosions. You hate to see them, but there looks like the A side may be in control of the New York subpar.
I think that was a revenge car explosion there from Mr. Anderson onto Control. Control was able to get him in that last search and destroy round with the nade. As Trauma is leading the defense over here on the A objective. Chitty Poo with a big 2-piece though, looking for the third, not able to find it onto Brendan. Brendan's going for the chow again, takes out K-Jet. That's the A point in the bag, and now the New York subpar are going to start rotating over. They're only down 4 kills. So this is still anybody's control.
Yeah, anybody control. Control just takes down Mr. Anderson, and Trauma takes down Killer Ghost. So that's a big 2 kills. Now it's up to ASAP Brandon to try to relieve some of this pressure for his team, to allow his team to push up to help him out on this B side. He's just putting shots down to everybody. You think if he keeps this up, he will run out of ammo, but now his teammates are starting to get pushed up. Trauma now is in their spawn, so this can get a little bit mixy for the New York SubPars. 5 lives is all they have to fight for in this control. ASAP Brandon, he is on the point, stopping the clock at 52 seconds. Can he get a big kill? He does
Oh,
get a big kill on the Chitty Pool in New York SubPar. Can take this
oh
down. There
no.
goes a big kill, 2 big kills. A double stack is on this B side, and New York SubPar have stolen an offense back from the LA Dweebs.
My God, they do the impossible and they extend out that round. It was looking a little slow there for a second as all the dweebs started surrounding that B point, but everybody wins their ones and then some. And that is all she wrote for that round. New York subpar with some great ice. They're able to extend that out just a little bit further here. And ASAP Brendan, I mean, that was a huge kill out of him to win that one and kind of give his team a little bit more time to push up.
But this defense right here is all going to be big for New York SubPar. They got to force this round 5 in this control. ASAP Brandon, pick up where he left off, Kenny. Oh, no, he gets taken down, but his teammates,
Oh,
oh, they all get taken down. 3 New York SubPar players go down, all up to
oh
Mr.
man.
Anderson to try to defend off that A site. 2 players on this B side, 1 player on A before he finally gets taken down. LA Dweebs have control of the B side. K Jet takes down Killer Jet. Mr. Anderson, first line defense. He's got to try to clear up his B side, or the B side is going to be all LA Dweebs. And that is the B side secured. 2 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock. 26-23. Lives favored. LA Dweebs, New York SubPar are going to have a good defense here, Teamwork.
Yeah, they got to try to pick up the pieces here and defend for a little bit, but K-Jet is able to find Killa. Dev with a good trade, though, in this red tower position. It's such a good spot to be in on this A objective, but once again, Trauma is in his favorite corner, man. He loves that box corner. He's been there most of the game. That I think they know he's there, and it
Oh,
doesn't matter. As he's able to find one, make it 2 onto Killa, and he is locking it down for now. And his team starts to funnel in. They're going to start dialing up those ticks really, really fast. Mr. Anderson able to find one. He gets in. He's able to contest for a little bit, give his team a little bit of time to surround this hill. They got to win some big 1v1s, and they do just that with a quick 3 dead. So they're going to push the LA Dweebs back just a little bit, but the damage has been done. That's 2 ticks onto A. They got a minute 40 to deal with. New York has got to play perfectly.
yeah, man. They gotta just start playing these kills. They gotta get advanced. They gotta get the map advanced. They gotta push up the map. And they just gotta start trying to get these spawn kills. Because that's what's gonna get them back in this game. But it's 18 to 16 in lives. Like you said, one big wave, and that's all she wrote for the New York subpar. And there is a big kill, but the trades are there. That's all New York subpar gotta do is make sure they get their trades. Big
Whoa!
kill by DevX, with the hip fire. Now ASAP Brandon's on the tail. Trauma takes him down. Trauma has been the guy playing spoiler
Oh
for his
no!
team. Oh, there's 2 big kills by KJ. That's a big, KJ with the trophy kill on the DevX. Now it's up to him. Oh, he gets a big kill. 2 players on
Oh,
LA Dweebs have taken the offense back. LA Dweebs have taken this control 3-1. New York SubPar made it interesting towards the back end of that map, but LA Dweebs, they just was too hot.
yeah, it seemed like they knew exactly what they wanted to do on this
Make
seal.
sure you guys are tuned in on those days. And
Here we
here
go.
we go. Opening hard point. New York subpar spine up on this bad side. So they're just gonna immediately get some players on this hill. You see Mr. Anderson, he's gonna be the rotation guy. Dead back starts with the first blood. Oh, Mr.
Oh!
Anderson with the turn and burn on to Chitty Poo. Now he's making his way to this backside, trying to get these spawns for his team. Can he be that playmaker for his squad? He does find another one. He's currently on a 3 streak, looking for a 4th. Spawns look like they may be spawning those spawns, still favoring LA Dweebs. Player 2 Control has realized that, so he's getting himself all the way to the back. But his opening P1 has been a good start for the New York SubPar.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna get 30 seconds here, but the setup is in for the LA Dweebs, and Trauma's working some nice head glitches, able to find one. He backs Killa out with that nade there. Got to try to reload his gun, and that's some great help from your teammate. Saves his life. Mr. K-Jet holding that stairs heady as Mr. Anderson's able to get into the hill. He finds one. I think Anderson does not want to go out right now. The dude is playing nuts, but Chitty with a 2-piece to open up that hill just a little bit. And now the rest of the Dweebs file in, and they're going to start getting some time on this hard point.
Yeah, much time that they have needed because Mr. Anderson has just been putting on a show. But now the kill feed lights up all red. DevX with a big kill though, but not enough because Chitty Poo is there for the trade. Look like the spawns are still spawning out for the LA Dweebs. New York are choosing to go on this rotation for this next hill control. He sees the player, so he is on the chase. The rest of the scrap time going to be in the favor of LA Dweebs. Hill should end off 55-35 in the favor of LA Dweebs. And this hill is in the favor of New York SubPar.
Yeah, and they solidify that a little bit. They get a couple kills there, so now the Dweebs are spawning out. You got that #1 player trying to eke something out over towards the bedroom side of the map, but Dev and the boys are set up in the parking lot area, and they're going to try to funnel these players in. He's able to spot one, but they don't get any kills at all. And the LA Dweebs walk in for free, break the unbreakable hill, and now New York is spawning in Narnia. They got to try to cross the map here and get in. There's only 30 seconds left on the board, and the LA Dweebs, I mean, if you're wanting to mount a lead, that's the way to do it right there. So there's only 20 seconds left. New York is forced to rotate. You've got Trauma leading the line. That's a big 2-piece from him on rotation. He's making it that much harder for the Dweebs as his teammates try to cross over a little bit, but Mr. Anderson finds one, slows down the advance of the Dweebs just a little bit, and K-Jet finds 2 around the hill. So now New York SubPar is able to set up just a little bit, but the Dweebs are nearby and they are angry.
Yeah, Dweebs are actually on the hill right now. I mean, yeah, they were on the hill. I mean, they're actually on the hill, and they should not be on the hill because the rotation was made. But Chitty Poo going absolutely crazy before ASAP Brandon takes him down. Control with that trade. Trauma is here on this hill, 97-55. That's the score line for this hard play right now. LA Dweebs are currently in control of this hill. You can see New York SubPar. They are getting that close find, but they cannot get the kills that they need to break into this hill. There's finally ASAP Brandon breaking in. Mr. Anderson with another one, but Chitty Poo, he is just being that guy for his team. 11-5, 46 seconds on the hill, forcing this New York SubPar rotation. It's going to be a big rotation battle between these New York SubPar and LA Dweebs players. Trauma, he's the only one here for the LA Dweebs. Is player 8 going to hunt him down? But Trauma is ready. But ASAP Brandon is just a little bit better. And New York SubPar are in control of this restaurant hill.
This is exactly what they needed here to set up. Killa finds a big opener onto K-Jet. ASAP Brandon looking insane with the drop shots, but Control finds a 2-piece. So now that's a 2v2, make it a 2v3 as one player spawns close on the hill. But Mr. Anderson and crew are cutting down that push. ASAP Brandon is all over the map right now, and they are going to start mounting a little bit of a comeback here as Killa finds another one onto Chitty. And the Dweebs are going to be in a tight situation. They have the good spawns in the parking lot sides. They may be able to try and chain something over towards that back parking lot P6. But they got to try to get a break here if they want to be able to lock something down.
Yeah, man, this next hill is getting ready to pop off. Should be in the favor of LA Dweebs. New York SubPar, they need to get in this hill quick because that lead is just keep growing and growing for the LA Dweebs. They're trying to end it here, trying to advance to the next round right here in the Bringberg Hotel. Mr. Anderson trying to make
Ooh.
this long route all the way down to the bottom, and that was a big kill to temporarily clear that hill. The LA Dweebs players are still on the hill. There's a slight contest. Can they break on? Killer Ghost trying to come through the middle of the carport, but he gets taken down by Trauma. Now it's up to Mr. Anderson. He gets the big
Oh,
kill on to Trauma. New York SubPar have broken this hill. Now it's going to be up to Chitty Poo with the contest. Killer Ghost sees them. Now it's going to be a rotation to this P1. Trauma is on the rotation, but he gets taken down by Killer Ghost. But it's got to be a big hill. New York SubPar. They need to start chaining some of these hills together because the LA Dweebs are starting to run away with this hard point.
yes, they are. They're up 70 points right now, but New York Subpar is all over that P1. They're able to get a little bit of time here as Dev put some giant shots into that player. Mr. Anderson's got his back, able to take him down. He trauma chows for a second, not able to get it done. And there's control off the top rope. Takes out ASAP Brendan. And now all of this time, any amount of seconds that LA Dweebs gets right now is just terrible for New York, because they just keep getting split off these hills and they're not able to get a good hold here. And you can see they're just scrambling to try and get some of this momentum back. And it's going to be Killa locking down this P1. The rest of his teammates are on rotation. They're trying to get some positioning on that P2 side. And it's going to be Trauma leading the line for when his shots have been insane today. But Mr. Anderson just a little bit better. He's going to be able to lock that down. And there's Dev finding one as well. So they're going to be able to get into this P2. They've got the spawns for now. But LA Dweebs have just been able to break whenever they want to top live. So they got to try to hold strong here.
Yeah, P2 is supposed to be a money hill, so let's see if New York SubPar can try to make this a money hill, but no. Instantly, Q feed lights up. Favors LA Dweebs. They're past the 200-point mark. Now trying to stretch this lead out. New York SubPar, they got to play perfect hard point from here
Ooh.
on out. They got to win. They got to start chaining these hills together. They got to start getting at least 30 to 40 seconds a hill right now to try to claw their way back in to this game, and that's just to get back in this game. But control is just having his way. 24 and 15, chopping down these New York SubPar, trying to end it right here in Hotel. They cannot win it here, so they're gonna have to rotation. They're gonna have to rotate. The LA Dweeb players know that. Trauma is making his way to the back. Big kill by Trauma. If he can break, oh,
Oh.
a big two-piece. Now he has one more kill to make. If he makes this kill, he is going to break into this hill by himself. Now he breaks in by himself. Control is there to have his back. And you would think, Timor, this should be GG's for LA Dweebs.
Yeah, that's not looking great as Trauma is able to just surround the hill all by himself, get some great shots onto Kill a Ghost, puts him out. And now it's all up to New York to try and break in here, but the seconds are ticking away, and that is LA Dweebs walking away with the series 3-1. They advance to semifinals.